Pixel Gun 3D. Pixel Gun 3D was special. It was the story of a Minecraft clone with guns becoming its own thing and becoming a rousing success, with its own community of players to boot, gaining over 100 million downloads on Google Play alone, but over time, the game went to shit. Microtransactions, overpowered weapons, rampant ads, and removed maps. It went from a game you would play to detox after elementary or middle school, to a pay-to-win sweaty hellhole where you have to buy a multitude of different weapons and items just to compete, and you would have to buy new ones by the next update. This resulted in a decline like never seen before, where currently the player count is in the triple digits. On a good day. So when I saw Pixel Strike for the first time on Xbox, I was pretty intrigued. Turns out, Pixel Strike is a mobile game similar to Pixel Gun that was ported over to consoles recently, and it was made by two guys at Voltron. So I downloaded the game to try it out, and it turned out to be very fun, but it is chock full of problems that I want to talk about. So without any more stalling, let's get right into this. But before I get into the game itself, I need to talk about the biggest problem with it. The glitches and technical problems, because oh boy, there are a shit ton of them. When you enter a match in any game mode, the screen freezes, so you're just sitting there for 3 seconds not able to do anything. Desync is so bad in this game that it looks like enemies are looking away from you when they are shooting at you. In game modes like CTF, the flag doesn't work for some reason, so you look like you're just standing there holding the flag like an idiot. Sometimes when you're changing your loadouts or opening menus, it just freezes for a couple of seconds. In the map selection menu after a match, the timer breaks, which means you have to leave the game, go back into the main lobby, and then find another game. And in one match, everyone was floating in the air and out of bounds. What the fuck? I know this is a mobile port to Xbox and it's only been here for a month, but good lord. This needs to be fixed before it utterly kills the game, but with that out the way, let's talk about the game when it does work. There is a multitude of game modes separated into 3 categories. Competitive, which contains modes like Team Deathmatch, Bomb Defusal, and Capture the Flag. Casual, which contains Infection and a bunch of party games. And Quick Play, being a mix of both casual and competitive games, which is exclusive to Xbox. Custom games set to the side. For the most part, these game modes are really fun and you rarely have a moment where you want to leave the match, but that really depends on what map you're playing on. When it comes to the maps are surprisingly good. When you're playing this game for the first time like I was, the maps seem pretty simple, but once you get to learn them, they all become very different from each other, with most of them having special areas. Here's some examples. Did you know that on Jungle, that if you jump on these 2 trees, you could actually get on top of the temple? Did you know in Little Town you could parkour off these snowballs and trucks to jump into the other house through the window? Each map has its own gimmick to it, which makes each of them feel special in comparison to each other, but with that out the way, let's get on to customization. Customization is so good in this game that I actually think it's better than Pixel Gun 3D's customization. In this game, you get 3 weapons, a primary weapon, a secondary weapon, and a melee weapon. And the more you play, the better weapons you unlock, but it's not better than the last weapon you had outright. It's better in specific areas. You don't like the bullet spread on the Special Forces rifle? Well, there's less of it on the battle rifle. You can't seem to hit that little shit on the other side of the map? Well, here's the 50 cal. It'll take 3 shots, but you'll still get them if you aim well. You want to do more damage and not have to reload every 5 seconds? Well, here's the M60. There's heavy weapons, sniper rifles, automatic shotguns, pistols, deagles, trench guns. There are so many weapons in this game that you could basically just pick and choose what you want. And it's not like there's one overpowered weapon that just rules over them all. If you get skilled enough with one weapon, you could just outright dominate the lobby. And you don't even have to wait to level up as well. You could just outright buy the weapons if you have enough money. And it's not like the basic currency is hard to get. You can just go in and play a couple of matches, and depending on how well you did, you could get a scope and an attachment. There's other stuff you can use like equipment, which includes standard issued grenades, smoke grenades, flashbangs, stim packs, and even perks exist in this game, which do a bunch of different stuff depending on which one you get. Now, the 2 things I really have to complain about is 1, the flashbangs.
Dude, why is it that when I flash somebody, it's like I just slapped them in the face with a fucking napkin from a little kid's birthday party? But when I get fucking flashed, it's like some big brolic black dude named fucking Laquise pulled a fucking bedsheet over the head of my head and just proceeded to skull fuck me!
I don't know if I'm just terrible with flashbangs or if aim assist is just that strong, but I feel like these things are pointless in most situations when the enemy could just hold down the right trigger and just laser you without looking. Speaking of lasers, the biggest thing I really have to complain about gameplay-wise is how bullets work. The damage of your bullet doesn't change with distance, it stays the same and disappears once it reaches its maximum range. This means you can do this horseshit with shotguns, which makes them one of the most broken guns of the game, especially if you're running a build with hollow points, which pretty much everyone is because that's the first perk unlocked. That's why you're going to see most people running around with the battle rifle. It's the first weapon you unlock in the game, and since it has really good range and bullet spread isn't too bad on it, you could just laser people from a distance, but that's with a bunch of the automatic weapons. There's also skins in this game, but since most of them are stupid expensive, I just suggest that you get a custom skin for 50 coins. Speaking of things being stupid expensive, why is most of the customization outside of skins using this secondary currency? But Neon, Pixel Gun 3D had gems, so you can't complain about this game having a second currency as well. Well, at least in Pixel Gun 3D, I could earn them alongside the coins in matches, not randomly. There's also these daily crate things, which I'm gonna be honest aren't too terrible. They just contain skins for weapons and gears, and really don't affect gameplay at all, so they aren't really that big of a problem. Now, to answer my main question, is this game better than Pixel Gun 3D? Yes and no. When it comes to gameplay and how much fun you can have, yes, it is much better than Pixel Gun 3D in my opinion. But Strike is ultimately dragged down by the amount of bugs and glitches in this game. I like to call this Halo Infinite syndrome because the core gameplay is good, but everything surrounding it ranges from meh to outright terrible. I had so much fun when these problems were not affecting me, but like I said before, the bugs in this game are so atrocious that it makes it damn near unplayable, but credit where credit is due. I recommend this game to anyone who wants to relive the old days of Pixel Gun 3D, but I will let you know now, there are a lot of glitches and bugs in this game. But with that all said and done, that's where I'm going to end the video. Now, I know I've been gone for a while, and I apologize for that, but I just had a lot of things going on, so hopefully life can calm down for a bit, and I can actually get back to making a video every week or two. Like always, hit the subscribe button if you enjoy content like this, share this around so I can grow as a channel, and I will see you guys next time.